Good afternoon. Just been down to Phil's tackling Canvey Island, picked up some bait. Got a few crabs, some rag. So tonight, me and my mate Stephen, we're going to head down to Southend, Shoeburyness area, and hopefully we can get a smoothhound and some bass. We'll see how we get on. I'll catch up with you when we get down to the mark. Quite windy down here today. It's southwesterly, so it's almost in our face. It's 20-mile-an-hour winds. Just hope that as the tide picks up, we might get a few hounds. First cast, first bass. They're getting smaller than the ones I had at Stanford the other week. I did have two on, but one fell off when I was bringing it in. I got this one. Not quite the size I'm after, but I'll get back out there now. Right, today I'm going to be fishing with a 2-hook loop rig. What it consists of is a hook near the bottom, which is around 3.5 to 4 foot long. And about 3/4 of the way down, I've got a cascade swivel. Then up the trace line, I've got another swivel with a 1 foot hook length on it. And the way you bait it up is you hook the top hook on the cascade swivel, keep it tight, and the bottom hook will then go on the impact shield on the weight. And what this allows you to do is fish with a nice bait on the bottom for like the hounds, and I'll have a little piece of ragworm on the top for a bass. So you fish at long range still, and what it does is where you've got the impact shield on the bottom, as the weight hits the water, it will force the bottom hook off, and then the top hook comes off the cascade, so you'll be fishing like that on the bottom. Well, that's it, the water's just at the bottom of the wall now, so I've put my first peeler crab bait out now. I've put it out on a pulley rig, just so I can get a little bit more distance, because there's so much wind coming up southwesterly, it's really restricting my cast, so I'll just try with one hook, see if I can get a little bit more range. Another diddy little bass. Sun's just setting now, so hopefully as the sun sets, the smoothhounds are moving. I've got a crab bait out now, and I've got rag on the other rod. I've had this one on rag. Right, it's had my third bass. Only another small one, but he's getting a little bit bigger. Hopefully they carry on getting a little bit bigger and we get a nice one. Right, let's get this one back. See, Stephen's got the first hound of the trip. Not a bad size one, that. I'll get it on the scales with me and I'll let you know how much it weighs. That's it, 5.5 pound smoothhound for Steve. happy with that one? Well, I'll get it back now. That was on ragworm as well. Right, Steve's just had the first smoothhound, at 5.5 pound. What I will say is always make sure you've got a weigh sling with you. You see far too many people weighing smoothhound by their mouths, and it ain't no good for the fish, especially if you're returning it. So just buy yourself a cheap weigh sling, or get an IKEA bag, they weigh them just as well. Half hour after high water now. So far, Steve's the only one to have a smoothhound, and I'm down to my last crab, so fingers crossed I can get one in the last 15 minutes. I've got one rag left as well, so I'll see how I get with that. Well, there's my attempt at a hound. I think they must have followed me up from Brighton a couple of weeks back. Still, look, I've got one more crab now, so I'm going to have one more cast. At least Steve, he's had a nice little hound, so makes up for the trip. Well, I'm going to get this one back and get my last bit of crab out. Just had another little bass on the crab bait. That's my last bit of crab now, so that's going to have to go back out. Hopefully I can nick another one. Right, that's bass number 5 now. I've got to pack this rod away. I've just got the one rod out now with a pulley rig on it. That's got a whole ragworm. That's the last bit of my bait. That's it, we're finished now, walking back to the car. Bit of a slow night, but we managed to get one decent smoothhound and one little one. I think I totaled up with five bass, one little smoothhound. Stephen had the one bass, but he had the 5 pound smoothhound, so he done well there. And that was a new PB for him, off the shore. And the biggest shore fish he's actually caught. So, that's me for the night. Hopefully I'll catch you all soon.